This XR650 was flipped over in a river, hauled up to the top of a hill, bump started, and it drove 4 hours down the highway back home.
Doesn't look like it was swamped.
This guy really loves his bike, so we're hoping we can just get away with changing the piston.
See if there's any water bubbles in there. Let's plug out of here, crack it, and then blow it out with the compressor. If you let all the dirt that packs around the spark plug fall into the motor, it can get caught up in the rings. It can cost you doing a top end. That looks like a brand new spark plug. So obviously somebody was in here before screwing around. You don't want to go too tight. If you get that tip stuck in there, bottom with throttle, 10 PSI. So now usually you do a leak down to see if it's the valves or cylinder, but I'm just gonna tear it apart. With only 10 PSI, I'm gonna be able to see if the valves are cooked or if the cylinder's all hatched. So we're just hoping the crank isn't hooped. Just gonna make sure it's not something dumb like tight valve clearance or something like that. So I'm just gonna spin the engine over with the back tire.
These are probably the toughest bikes ever made, so who knows what we'll find.
Intake, that should be around compression. So there's clearance there, lots of clearance there. Oh yeah, we got clearance there. No clearance there. That'd be kind of stupid, eh? Yeah, it's like super tight, really weird. So we've got her backed all the way off and there's still no clearance in there. Like the valve face is probably burnt off and is receding into the head. Get these million bolts out of this rocker cover. These are unnecessarily tight. Gonna see if I can work some down to the threads. We got her. Key is realizing before the bolt's gonna break. Getting a feel for that because that's a bad day. Let's hope this works because I don't feel like drilling out a whole bunch of broken screws out of the head. The idea is you expand the metal around the threads and then that should break any corrosion up. That one still feels like it's gonna break. We're good on that one. And this bolt must come all the way down into the cylinder here, so it's heating in the wrong place. Nice. So rule of thumb I use, all the bolts basically stick out that much. So if this bolt was to go in there, it's too tall, right? I take them out in clockwise. I mark this one so I can just slap them in real quick. Stubby ratchet wrench would probably come in handy right now. Maybe I'll throw them in the tool list down below there. Pull that off, pull that off, pull that off. Probably leak oil everywhere. Brass washer. So on this bike I've gone to just doing these by hand because there were some stuck ones that almost broke. So pick your battles. I'm gonna take my time with this one. So as much as you want to just stick a screwdriver in there and pry on it, it's going to cause a lot of problems for you. So you don't want to wreck that surface. Should come on one of these sides. There it is. So we'll pull the carb out. Just keep pulling crap off till it fits. I'll be careful not to break that. Eventually it'll come out. So hindsight, should have took this off first. Live and learn, crash and burn. Bet that this has to come out. That doesn't look great. That got pretty hot, looks like. Yeah, it looks cooked. We're gonna have to rotate this over to get these cam bolts out. Be super careful, these feel like they're maybe Loctite. And you don't want to drop it into the bottom end if you don't have to. Carefully rotate it over. So now we should be able to pull this off there. Have to rotate it a little bit. See the bluing? You can feel the wear. There's a galling on there, so this thing is toast. Alright, so take that, pull that out. So zip tie the big one on. Take note of the markings on there. It says out, marking lines. Remember at top dead center, this went straight up. These two were along the level there.
After you get all the small bolts out, undo the main head fasteners in stages. This stops your head from warping and the bolts from stretching.
Oh my God. So take note where the different bolts come. Definitely loosen and tighten these by hand though. If you mess those threads up or even weaken them at all, you gotta helicoil the cases. And if those aren't dead nuts straight, you're gonna have problems. That's an expensive one. The bearing was just spinning in there like a journal. That's crazy. Watch those dowels. Yeah, that should come out of there. Yeah, so these guys are recessed pretty hard into the head there. A little carbon in there. Yeah, this thing's definitely burning oil.
Keep track of the dowels and the little oil jet here.
Oh, that ain't good. See all the aluminum on there? So these two were super easy to undo, and the ones in the head weren't, especially where it got hot over here. It's a good thing maybe the rod didn't get crazy hot. The cylinder obviously did. Well, these cylinder bolts.
Obviously don't be busting the fins off here. Our options are to machine the cylinder to match an oversized piston or get a new cylinder and run a standard piston. Both options are going to be pretty expensive.
That doesn't feel good. Yeah, that rod is toast. Bottom end seems alright, but the wrist pin is definitely too much play in there, so that's a full meal deal.
This bike probably could have been saved if the customer just got to the nearest road, used his cell phone, called for a ride, and immediately flushed with really good oil. But he didn't, so here's a picture of his new bike. As always, give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and try this one out next.